George, welcome to Solarpunkification. This is something that you helped make possible, and I'm so grateful that we have a moment to take a little bit of a journey around the space together.
Thank you. It was amazing to walk into this space empty and see your beautiful work and be inspired with Tikva to start laying out the patterns of your genius on the walls.
Yeah. It's collective genius because we have more than 20 artists in the mix.
I know, so
and
beautiful.
I just want to take a moment to walk us around a little bit of what we are fractalizing here. You know, we have on this wall here a list of many of the artists. We actually have even more that they've shared that we're going to have to share in the future because we have Solarpunk vision statements from the artists. But you can see we have the info about Jeff Emmett, who has the Myco-Phi book on how we can learn from mushrooms, how we can govern ourselves in alignment to our future needs from learning from the mushrooms, and how to build DAOs based on mushrooms and distributed autonomous organizations. And these works up here, this is Nikki Wall up at the top. This is someone who's been working on solarpunk culture building and has created this art as part of that larger intention. And I also feel great resonance with the nature relatedness of that art there, which is in resonance, I think, with my own Tree of Life Shaped Like a Human Face series, which we have some examples of there and here and also here. These are all in the Tree of Life Shaped Like a Human Face series, that whole row across. Up here is also in that series. So this idea that we had someone bring up in the talks that we're 80%, they said, of our human DNA is actually plant DNA. And so the Ancient Friends hypothesis says that 1,000 species were alliancing to be microbiome alive, and therefore we are interrelated in ways that we don't really have the symbolic history for, but that's where we try to draw more. And we have Stephanie Schwartz's, we have Stacy Sood's nature photography at the top there, and we have Stephanie Schwartz's photography here in also nature photography. And down here we have Gustav Klimtian polar bears. So we've got this idea of dead artists like Gustav Klimt and biodiversity like polar bears forming new alliances so that we can create social cultural movements to address those at risk. And this is from Airplate Nina, the air plant installation, and you can also see that we have Jack's Not For Sale lion, which is just a wonderful example there. And this is from Mother Gaia, from Rin Del Papa. Rin and Stephanie Schwartz above and Stacy Sood over there are from the Design Science Studio from Buckminster Fuller Institute context that George is in other alignment to from his other roles, and these are all connected. So we have here a example from our friend Christian in which he's written thousands of letters to his future self. So this is a platform that's like effectively time capsuling messages to your future self, but with compassion and kindness. And so what he's created here is a kind of formula that you can describe your present zeniths in a way that your future self can return to alignment with, so that you can set the best precedent for your future self that you possibly could. And so much more, but I saw you wanted to share. Yar.
No, it's beautiful.
Yar.
Yeah.
So, George, you have been regenerating in a epic force de jure that is as inspirational as any integration that I can imagine nature has made. So you can send that then to your future self, a version of these compassionate equations, algorithms for compassion. And of course, we have the Australian Indigenous Mentoring Experience, AIM, who've identified hope and change and freedom and rebelliousness and listening and empathy and brave goals and no shame and initiative. Yes, and forgiveness and kindness and gifts of time and failure and asking questions and hard work and disciplines and knowing yourself and mentors not saviors. All of these are their zeniths, and so they share them with us. And these zeniths we can fractalize in different ways. Like here we have the Solarpunk shadow boards, where we've said, what if we brought those zeniths into our institutions? What if we had an Apex Compassion company, an Apex Intuition company, an Apex of creativity-oriented design of institutions? And so that is something that we can fractalize roles of, where anybody can be in a Solarpunk shadow board and say, what would they do? Like in the UK, they have shadow ministers. What would each of us do if we were the regenerative shadow of our future selves as individuals and institutions? And we have more Stacey Sood photography here, and more of the Tree of Life shaped like a human face fractals here, and more Gustav Klimt polar bear over here. And we have up here, the Day Sanchez's context that she's created Solarpunk Generation, because she's worked with the twice exceptional and neurodiverse community with 500 plus families to work with them on their eco-grief and eco-anxiety. And her work has been to imagine what future wouldn't give them eco-grief and eco-anxiety, what future would be fit for their future selves. So she's done that in that context, and also run an art competition up there in the top left corner, one of the examples of her Solarpunk Art Festival that she ran. And these are more Gustav Klimtian polar bears, and this is a stained glass forest that I also fractalized. And over here, we have a whole context of what do we mean by knowledge democracy? How do we integrate ancient knowledge, intuition, data science, and modern science, and how does it all become one integral whole that we can use to make navigation of the world through? And here we have a medicinal giraffe in the spirit of ancient knowledge that we can curate for each other and offer to each other in solidarity through the plants of the world. And here we have at Crowd Doing a context where we identify how do we solve great societal challenges that are larger than ourselves through acts of radical collaboration and co-imagination. And we have over here in this lexicon of solarpunk futures, Nick Bertoulis is one of the most wonderful permaculturists who has created permaculture training programs throughout the Bay Area, and his work is really at taking these different social permaculture processes and applying them to our collective sense making. And we've got down here the Patrick Anderson's work on the village of the future that prevents 19 kinds of childhood trauma for each individual child growing up through multidimensional intervention. This is a fractal Patrick Anderson future state has been researching. And we have more Tree of Life shaped like a human face here and here. And over here is the Rasta Indigenous Village that Steve DeAngelo has been in stewardship of. And this was when a friend, Tony Lai, challenged me to create street art for biodiversity example fractals here. And we have over here a systems map. I mentioned the Design Science Studio. We've partnered with Claudia Brenner on our catastrophic wildfire work, and this is partially how do we map the whole diagnostics of all the things that communities have not understood about their wildfire risk. How do we get ahead of wildfire risk in a way where we can understand all the who is responsible for every dimension of wildfire risk a year, 5 years, 10 years before it goes wrong, and how do we get that to be a like Rossi is responsibility, accountability, and how do we get that in an entire systemic context where every aspect of government has taken every dimension of responsibility needed for us to have agency again. And we have over here another set of fractals here. So there's importantly some subset here about the fractal nature of our eyes, because it turns out our eyes are shaped in such a way that when we see nature, when we see plants, when we see trees, when we see forests, it actually has a effect on our neurotransmitters. You see, when we are seeing nature, we increase our endorphins, we increase our serotonin, our dopamine and oxytocin, and we reduce our glucocorticoids and catecholamines. And it turns out 2/3 of that biophilia effect from E.O. Wilson is from our eyes, not from what we are able to smell in chemical terms. And what that means is that we are all in general in fight or flight, a background level of general fight or flight. If we do not have radical amounts of nature or live in the woods, we're almost all in fight or flight almost all of the time without being aware of it. But we can change that with minutes in nature, hours in nature. And this is where we've also think that this is important for our integration. So polymathic integration, weaving art, science, indigenous wisdom, ecological stewardship. So how do we integrate all these fractals in an interdisciplinary sense? And this is something that, if nature immersion is part of how we get out of a panicked zone of non-integration and into a place where we can have our ability to integrate. We have another poster here that is, people at the exhibit will be encouraged to interact, draw each other out about bright futures. This can include asking each other, what would be a more compassionate future, George?
Well, I think the main thing is to remember that we are one. And that we're just needing to stop forgetting that we were one. We've been programmed to this reality. It's not our natural self. It's not nature's self to ecocide itself. It's time for us to embrace who we are and how we're a part of nature and work together with it and feel our way into a future that feels right and it will be right.
I believe that we have the sense-making together to reach a future fit for our future selves. I can acknowledge we have other work here on how we can prevent post-harvest loss in Africa that we did with Relational Capital, and we've got a podcast episode of a systems change, working backwards from a solar punk future via systems change and social innovation fractal there. And this tree of life shaped like a human face, I've shared many times in orientation of volunteers because I wanted to symbolically connect them to the natural relatedness. And these are Sarah Olson's art right there that is wonderful layers. And we also have Airplant Nina's art here on the wall, and that's Jack Manning Bancroft. Inches we grab today will be miles in the future. And over here we have another layer, which is the Ocean Talk to the Ocean exhibit from the University of California, Santa Cruz, spin out the Center for the Study of the Force Majeure. They have this art institute that has overlapping community with there in Santa Cruz, but they have effectively created a artificial intelligence ocean that you can interact with and a virtual reality simulation of the ocean. And this is all to say that there's more art next door, there's more of the solar punk world than we've been able to be comprehensive of, but the whole point is that we're just a fractal of a global social solar punk movement, because solar punk hasn't been much in the Bay, but 19-year-olds in Brazil and in the other 40 countries mean that it's matured enough to have resonance and reality-making power here. So the solar punk here in the Bay Area is something that we can internalize and compost and digest from the whole world into our own futurism. So any other reflections, George, while we're together on the Solarpunkification exhibition that will be closing here shortly, but I'm so grateful that you helped me manifest.
I think solar punk is such a part of Bucky that we should create a hub of the solar punk movement global at BFI and share it with the world.
I love that, and I cherish the dream and dreams that you are in stewardship of. May the world unlock a bright future because of your art and my art. And have you spoken about the art that you shared in the exhibition? Share the map of the human overlap with geography link that has been shared, just for a moment. Tell us about the art that we have linked to from the exhibition for George.
Well, there's a number of solutions I've collected over the decades. And, you know, it's such a gift for me to work with Tom Chi and Barbara Mers at BFI and with Stuart Cohen as well. And being a surfer, you know, immersing myself in the ocean and actually stepping off the shore and going into another world. And knowing that I'm not going to change that world at all. I'm going to adapt myself to it, and how I adapt to it is going to influence my experience. You know, I just go through the whole world that way. How do I flow and fit into what's going on and create cascading benefits, and then share that with the world I'm in.
I cherish the way we create cascading co-benefits for one another. May we reach a solar punk future. May we reach a future a trillion times brighter than the average future, 27 orders of magnitude brighter than the average future, in which our 1000xing of compassion, 1000xing of creativity, 1000xing of intuition, 1000xing of each layer is enough, that we don't have any shortage of aspirational realizations within this finite life. Because
and if we just give nature a chance, it'll show us even more.
may we be interwoven with the nature we need to be in full thriving. May the ancient basis of that thriving, a million years of coevolution with the microbiome that we've had, and our current need for thriving in the interconnected world we live in, all be part of our nexus of bright futuring, bright mirroring, and co-conspiratorial activity. Thank you all so much for joining us for Solarpunkification.
I have one more. Thank you so much for having us. George, I'd like to present you with a photo that we took earlier.
Oh, thank you. That's amazing. Beautiful.
So Bobby would be doing some Polaroid mobile printer versions of moments that have been captured during this exhibition. And
That's
very
wild.
unique. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any last words, George?
Yeah, there was an indigenous elder, a woman that was asked, what is tradition? She said, tradition is what works. He was asked, what is sacred? He said, sacred is connection. So that's, I think, here we are.
Hells yeah.
What's working? And connection. So thank you, Bobby, for inspiring all these great artists to come together and share.
May
Love,
all,
light, and flow.
may all the wonder, awe, and play we need for all the synchronicity that we would cherish be unlockable anytime, as we have found in our journey here that we were able to unlock here. May we be able to unlock such anywhere we need it to be, in thriving right relationality with our future selves in the more than human world. And may we find a regenerative route through a squiggly line between here and there. Yar!
Aloha.
Aloha.